everybody, it's Sleigh, and today I'm going to talk about playing Help Me on the guitar with rack harp and how you can coordinate the two by using the simplest possible chord forms. So let me start off with the way I play the first part of it, the one chord progression for the chord progression for the one chord. So I'm using an E minor chord. I have an A, key of A harmonica. I'm playing in E, so I'm playing with the open E string at the bottom. Then I'm putting my finger on 2 and 3 and just I'm putting them on the 4th and 5th string. And then I'm letting my finger mute the rest of the strings. So I'm just getting this. That's it. I'm just putting my finger down here. And then from there, I'm going to the bottom part of the G chord. So I've got my second finger on the 3rd fret on the 6th string. First finger, 5th fret, 2nd string. And then once again, it really doesn't matter if you play any other strings. That's enough, those 2 strings. So that's the second move there. And then the third move is I'm now moving my index finger over to the 4th string, and now I'm just letting the 5th string ring open. So it's a series, at the most I'm playing 3 strings, like right there is maybe 3 strings. Mostly it's really, so that's that progression right there. And sometimes I only do the G string and I'm muting the 5th string and it's almost nothing. So I'm there, right there. This voicing here is a little different. Muted 5th string, and then the 4th string is ringing. So if you play around with it, there's more than one way to do this. You might go, or you might, right there is just those 2 strings, and now I'm muting that 4th string. And here's this G form muting the 5th string. The idea is to get something going that's so simple for your left hand and your right hand that it will go on autopilot. And so when I'm doing this, there's more than one way to do it, but they all basically use these open strings and then that. And then the other strings. Now the next thing is I'm muting these strings on this end down here. So I'm not just going, I'm doing this muting thing. So I'm also hitting the guitar for some percussion. Hitting the percussion thing on the 2. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, now The 4-chord sequence, you can do this as a power chord, which is index finger on the 2nd dot or the 5th fret, 3rd finger on the 7th fret on the 5th string. Okay, that is a power chord. It's root and 5th. There's no 3rd, so it's ambiguous. It can sound major or minor. And then the same power chord thing, but now you're going on the 5th and 4th string, starting on here, the C, and then slide it up 2 frets to get the D. The D power chord. So you're going A, C, D, A, C, D, A, C, D power chords. So that's a relatively easy sequence to remember. And you use the same strumming pattern as you used for that first chord. Alternatively, you can also do this thumb over the 5th fret here and your index finger on the strings, muting the 5th string to give you a minor chord, minor 7th chord feel, followed by power chords. Or straight power chords. So that's the 4th chord progression. When you get to the 5 chord, you're doing the same thing you've done with this 4th chord, only you slide it up 2 frets. And that's the whole thing. So putting this all together to play the progression, here's the 1 chord. 1, 2, 3, 1, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Okay, so getting the harmonica coordinated with that, I'm playing the A harp in 2nd position, and you need to know your minor pentatonic scale and your blues scale in 2nd position. That's the minor pentatonic scale, and to play along with this with your rack harp. So you can just start by practicing that scale in some form over these changes. But the best way to start getting coordinated, if you haven't done a lot of rack harp playing, is to get the simplest possible riff on the harmonica to sync up with your guitar chords. And with this song, it's this riff. 1, 2, 3, 4. So get that one happening on the money, and then you can start adding other things to it. So you see what I'm doing? I'm starting with very simple things, and then I'm introducing one new element at a time and starting to layer it more. So just play single notes from the blues scale or the minor pentatonic scale over these chord progressions. That flat 5 is like a major super tension note, so you don't want to use it a whole lot. Now, another thing you can do to coordinate the guitar and the harmonica in this position, in second position, playing with in E minor with the guitar, is find where the notes sync up on the guitar and the harp. Draw 2 is the same as the low E string. The flat 3 is that G note on that, the third fret on the low string, on the sixth string. That's your A string. Blow 4. So here I'm doing draw 2, three, half step bend, blow 4. Notice how it harmonizes with that second chord change. So just that one little riff there, 1, flat 3, 4. Is your kind of gateway drug into playing the guitar with the harp with some blue notes. That's draw 4. Draw 5 is the fourth string, or the D note. There is 6 blow. But, it would get boring if I tried to tell you every possible combination of notes. What you need to do is to just sit around a woodshed on this stuff. And you can do the same thing up here. Whoa. That's the same draw 2 progression. Now I'm doing it an octave higher. find it up here, another notch. Now I'm playing draw 2 against the E string. One, 3, draw a half step, 4, blow, syncs with this note up here. So if you just sit around and amuse yourself with this stuff and just keep messing and messing around and playing within these limits, play down here the open string version of your minor pentatonic scale and blues scale, find the notes on the harmonica and just and then you know, all kinds of interesting accidents start to happen when you're playing the blues scale or the minor pentatonic scale on the harmonica and you're playing it somewhere in the guitar and you find harmonies between the guitar and the harp. And then you just start playing the chords, mashing away at them, and try anything you think you can get away with on the harmonica. So there you go, the help me chord changes on the guitar and some ideas on how to coordinate the blues harmonica on the rack with the guitar. You can have a lot of fun with this once you get going. You'll start finding all these combinations. And then if you want to get a real fancy ending, here's one thing you can do. I know it's not super fancy, but it changes the rhythm. This is 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So try that timing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. That's one way to end it. All right, I hope you found this useful, and got any questions, drop them into the comments box. I'm starting to analyze more and more of the things that I do with rack and guitar playing, and this is definitely one of the tunes that I've enjoyed woodshedding on over the years. It's of course, if you play a solo act and you play some harp and rack harp and stuff like that, if you can start getting this coordinated, most people like this song. I mean, it's a good song to have in your act, and if you can add the vocals, so much the better. You gotta help me. I can't do it all by myself. Anyhow, thanks for listening. Subscribe if you want to know when I'm putting out my next video. If you found this useful, let other people know. Drop a like. Anyhow, thanks for listening, and I'll see you in about a week.